This video is going to talk all about SEO for medical spas, the things that a lot of folks do wrong, the things that need to be done following Google's best practices. Basically, this 8 to 10 minute video is going to walk you through everything that you should be considering when doing your SEO as a medical spa. So one thing to note before jumping in is that medical spas across the country are going to have slightly different SEO strategies. For example, a medical spa that is in New York City is going to have a slightly different strategy than a multi-location medical spa that operates in smaller cities in California, for example. So that's something to keep in mind. But one thing kind of stays true across all medical spas around the country is it's what's known as the Google Local Pack. And I'll give an example of what the Google Local Pack is, and I think it'll make a lot of sense. So people, when they are searching for a medical spa, they'll probably type in something like, let's say they want cool sculpting. We're located in Portland, Oregon. We help medical spas around the country. But for this example, I will use cool sculpting in Portland. This is just kind of how people search. And this is what's known as the Google Local Pack. And you can see our client here is in the center. They're found in the Google Local Pack. This is basically beachfront real estate on the internet. This is where over 50% of clicks happen. People will click to the website and then they'll learn more, and then they'll request an appointment or they'll call. This is how people do it. And especially for medical spas or high ticket items like Botox or cool sculpting or some of these, folks are going to go and probably visit these top 3 websites first. And that's really important because if you're not found here, you're just kind of not one of the top contenders at all. And so this is where the magic happens. Whether you're in New York City or in Seattle or in Austin, Texas, people search by saying something like medical spa in Austin, Texas, Botox in Chicago. And if you're not found in this Google Local Pack, you're missing out. And so, again, no matter where you are, that's really critical. And so here's what we see. For example, not only that, but people are searching for near me. So not only are people searching for Botox in Austin, Texas, but they're just searching for Botox near me. This is from a tool called Google Trends, and it shows kind of the volume of people searching over the past 5 years for any keyword phrase that you want. You can go to Google Trends yourself. You can play around with it, and you can kind of see how people are searching yourself. It's kind of a fun tool to play around with. But we see that people dramatically across the country are increasing their searches for Botox near me. Same for cool sculpting near me, microneedling near me. And so again, not only is it just being found for Botox in Austin, Texas, it's also being found for Botox near me. And so if we continue on here, how do you rank in that Google Local Pack as a medical spa? So we talk about, getting found in that Google Local Pack, but how do you do it? One of the most important things is your Google My Business property. You likely have one of these, and you really want to optimize it properly. So here's an example of the back end of a Google My Business property, and you can optimize everything within it. You can go into your info. You can change your business name, of course. You can change your business hours, of course. But there are much more than that a lot of medical spas miss out on. There are dozens of services that you can add and write customized descriptions for. You can add tons of images. Google loves images of the inside of your medical spa. It shows trust and authority, and Google's smart enough to kind of figure these things out. Obviously, you can write your main description. You can share how long you've been in business for. You can add products. There are dozens of things that you can add within the back end of Google My Business that a lot of medical spas don't. They leave sections blank. And what Google really cares about is comprehensiveness. A medical spa that is comprehensive on their digital properties, their Google My Business and their website, saying exactly what services they offer. All of this information, Google's able to crawl that and determine, okay, of the 5 medical spas in the Chicago area, 10 medical spas in the Chicago area, these ones are the most comprehensive and most trustworthy because they've added all of this content that we can see. There are dozens of other SEO strategies. So according to Google itself, Google looks at over 200 different things when it comes to SEO. They look at things on your website, off your website. I could film probably a 5-hour video talking through all of these different specific strategies. Google My Business is one of the most important. There are other strategies that are more important than others. So, the images that you add to a random blog post from 6 years ago, that Google's probably not going to care about that as much as your cool sculpting or Botox page on your site. So we'll talk about just two of these. And one is NAP consistency, NAP. That stands for name, address, phone number. So this is a screenshot from Google itself. Google, and I've highlighted the word trust. Google loves the word trust and authority. And so when it comes to your name, address, and phone number, we see that certain medical spas have inconsistency. On their Yelp page, they have a slightly different, have an old phone number. On their Google My Business page, they say that their business name is Portland's Best Medical Spa, but on their Yelp page, it says PDX's Best Medical Spa. We've seen a lot of these, and Google cares about that, because if Google can't trust your business name or your phone number, especially being a medical type service, why would Google trust someone to come to your clinic and get a procedure done? And so we see here that here's a name, address, and phone number example of a medical spa here in the Portland area. And they've only got a visibility score of 53%. Their NAP score is really low. And we see this over and over and over again of medical spas having inconsistent NAPs, and it really impacts their SEO. The next thing is content. So here's an example of two businesses. This one on the left is a medical spa, helping them go from basically 1,000 visitors per month to over 20,000 visitors per month to their website. And we did that through creating content. So for example, as a medical spa and as someone searching for a medical spa, what do those people do that are searching for a medical spa? They go to Google and they type in questions like, does cool sculpting hurt? How long do cool sculpting results take? Is Botox helpful for migraines? They type in dozens and dozens of questions. And by creating content around these topics, you are basically telling Google and your audience that you're the most authoritative and trustworthy source. And so now a medical spa in Portland that has 20,000 plus visitors per month and has all this quality content around the exact questions that their target audience is asking, Google's going to see that as much more trustworthy than a medical spa in Portland that has, 500 visitors per month with only a little bit of content. So this makes a big difference, not only to drive national traffic, but to drive local traffic as well. And so if you'd like a free SEO audit, I know this is quite a lot of information to go through, especially if you're new. We offer free SEO audits where we'll go, a real person will go on your website, we'll analyze everything, and we'll give you a report of things that you can do to improve your SEO as a medical spa. So you can go to portlandseogrowth.com and you'll see the free SEO audit there right on the homepage. And we get those audits done within 48 hours. Again, it's not just putting your URL and having some machine spit out a report that you don't understand. It's actually a video like this of us walking through your website and giving you specific tips. All right, thanks so much.